Welcome. It's 7 p.m. on Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. The Tooele City Council is meeting in a business meeting. This meeting is being held at Tooele City Hall in the council chambers located at 90 North Main Street in Tooele, Utah. We are also streaming this electronically on the Tooele City YouTube channel. We will start with our first item, which is the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'll please rise and repeat after me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our second item is a roll call. Councilwoman Manzione.
Present.
Councilwoman Goches.
Present.
Councilman Hanson.
Present.
Councilman McCall.
Present.
I'm Councilman Brady, and I'm also present. Our third item is the State of the City Address presented by Mayor Debbie Nguyen.
Tooele City Council, department heads, staff, and residents of Tooele City. It is an honor to stand before you tonight and share the state of our city. This is a special moment for me, not only because it marks the close of another year, but because it comes just over 100 days before my second term as your mayor comes to an end. 8 years ago, Tooele faced a difficult crossroads. Our finances were strained, our future uncertain, and we had to make tough choices. Today, I can stand here with confidence and tell you that Tooele City is strong, stable, and prepared for the future. When I took office, our finances were on an unsustainable path. We were spending more than we brought in, and even outside consultants raised concerns. After more than 30 years without one, we made the difficult decision to approve a tax increase. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Because of that decision, Tooele no longer relies on savings to cover basic expenses. We now fund our operations responsibly. We set aside money for emergencies, and we invest in the future. Since then, economic growth has allowed our property tax rate to drop nearly 26%. In early 2018, during my first year in office, I learned that the Tooele City Redevelopment Agency was also facing a serious financial crisis. The RDA owed millions of dollars in bond debt, and with the project area nearing its end, there was no clear way to pay it off. At the same time, I discovered that the city was spending a significant amount of money on lobbying services. After working with our finance department to investigate further, I brought my concerns to the City Council and requested an audit of the funds spent on lobbying and economic development to ensure compliance. Unfortunately, I did not receive majority support from the Council. Determined to pursue accountability, I took my concerns to the state auditor. Although he initially agreed to review the matter, I never heard back. Several months later, I brought the issue to the Lieutenant Governor's office. After meeting with his attorney, I was informed that the payments to the lobbyist were indeed illegal, but that weaknesses in state law made it nearly impossible to hold a city accountable. He recommended pushing for legislative reform. Our representatives introduced changes twice, but the proposals did not pass. In January of 2019, I made the decision to terminate our lobbyist contract and instead hire a new economic development director at a fair and a reasonable salary. Since then, our economic development efforts have thrived. I am proud to report that our redevelopment agency has paid off all debt, including the bonding for the 1000 North and Tooele Boulevard roadway projects, the Tooele Applied Technology College, and other debt. Tooele City is committed to full transparency. We live stream council meetings, we publish an easy-to-read budget book, and we provide regular updates through newsletters and social media. I have always believed that taxpayers deserve honesty and accountability, and that should always be the standard for Tooele City. There were more challenges to come as we experienced COVID-19 and its far-reaching consequences. On top of that, our community endured an earthquake, a tragic semi-truck incident, a break-in at a storage tank that threatened our water contamination, repeated acts of vandalism at our parks and facilities, and several devastating fires where residents lost their homes and belongings. Through it all, Tooele proved its resilience. We learned that hardships are not just to be endured, but embraced as opportunities to grow in patience and steadfastness. It is my duty to be transparent and responsible with taxpayer funds. Over the past 8 years, I believe that we have shown honest leadership, can achieve great things, and deliver real improvements for our community. I am so proud of what we have accomplished together as a team. We continue our efforts to see the completion of the Mid-Valley Highway. While progress has been extremely slow, I am pleased to share that Tooele City has signed an agreement with UDOT allowing us to build a temporary roadway that will connect to the Tooele Boulevard extension while we wait for full state funding. We support youth recreation programs across the county, providing access to our parks at no charge. Each year, thousands of youth participate in activities supported by the Mayor's Tournament, and we are grateful to the many volunteers who make this possible. We also sponsor the Tooele Youth Court, which provides valuable guidance for young people in our community. Tooele City has joined the Main Street America and the Utah Main Street programs to revitalize our downtown. With grants and community partnerships, we've improved facades, added summer flowers, honored our local heroes with the Veteran Banner program, and beautified the area through the Buffalo Art program. When the Broadway Hotel burned in 2020, Tooele City worked with the EPA to fund cleanup. We purchased the property, and we have since cleared the site and the nearby parcels. We are now working with property owners on a plan for revitalization. We also purchased land at the base of Little Mountain for future open space and trails. And to celebrate our 170th anniversary, we commissioned artist Eric Dowdle for a Tooele folk art painting with puzzles produced to bring families and neighbors together. Tooele City has made great strides in improving our public safety. Back in 2018, our officers were working out of an old repurposed auto parts store on Main Street, a space they had occupied for more than 30 years. It was clear that this facility no longer met the needs of a modern police force. I worked closely with the council to secure approval for a new public safety building funded by that 2018 tax increase. This was a significant capital investment, but one that ensured our police department could operate in a professional environment worthy of its mission and its service to the community. With the expertise of City Engineer Paul Hansen serving as the project manager, this project came in significantly under budget. We also made investments in staffing and retention. The department's budget was increased by $800,000, which allowed us to hire new officers and raise pay for existing staff, addressing a long-standing retention challenge. When I first took office, Tooele's population was around 34,000 with 36 sworn officers. But today, with our population approaching 41,000, the department has grown to 45 sworn officers, keeping pace with the demands of a growing city. We've also enhanced specialized staffing to meet evolving community needs. New positions have included a semi-truck inspection officer to respond to increased commercial vehicle traffic on Main Street, improving roadway safety. We've hired a drug task force officer to strengthen efforts against major drug operations, resulting in more arrests and removing dangerous substances from our streets. Additional supervisory positions, including a new lieutenant and a sergeant, to improve oversight and support. Investments in technology have further modernized our department. We purchased a Faro 3D laser scanner, which allows officers to capture major crime and crash scenes with unmatched accuracy and speed. An invaluable tool as investigations into homicides and serious collisions increase. We also funded license plate recognition cameras to help track stolen vehicles and criminal suspects. Officer safety has been a top priority. In 2023, the department acquired a mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle, a $1 million piece of equipment secured from the federal government at a fraction of the cost. This vehicle provides the protection our officers need during dangerous, high-risk operations. We also replaced outdated tasers, ensuring officers have reliable, non-lethal options when force is required. Our Tooele City Police Department has taken the initiative to unite local leaders and law enforcement departments to promote safe driving and save lives through the Zero Fatalities program. Our fire department has also experienced important growth and modernization. Today, it is led by our first full-time fire chief, Matt McCoy, along with Deputy Chief and Emergency Management Director Jed Kolovich, Fire Marshal Nick Wall, and 2 volunteer assistant chiefs, Nate Remington and Chuck Meyer. They are supported by 4 certified part-time inspectors and 55 dedicated volunteers. As Tooele has grown, so too has the demand for fire protection. A comprehensive fire study guided us in planning for the future, including the decision to hire full-time administrative staff to ensure that we can continue to protect lives and property effectively. We also work to establish a 501c3 fire association to support civic, charitable, and humanitarian efforts, promote morale within the department, and receive community donations. Equipment and infrastructure investments have been critical. We purchased new compliant SCBAs and oxygen bottles, replaced radios to meet new state standards, and acquired updated hydraulic rescue tools and firefighter bunker gear. Additional apparatus has been added, including Engine 26, a new brush truck, and several command vehicles. Station improvements have also been a priority. Both Station Number 1 and Number 2 received needed upgrades. And in March of this year, we proudly dedicated our new state-of-the-art Station Number 3 on 1000 North. This facility was delivered within budget and will serve the city well for decades to come. And tonight, the council will consider a new truck replacement plan, an essential step to ensure that our fire department continues to grow alongside our city. Together, these investments in police and fire services ensure that Tooele remains a safe, well-prepared city as we grow into the future. The separation of the Public Works Department from community development has proven to be a significant benefit to improvements in our infrastructure. Our water division has drilled and completed 2 culinary wells and have just begun to drill our next well. They have replaced several aging water lines to strengthen reliability, and they have completed inspections on all fire hydrants, and they have begun the systematic inspection of the PRVs. Our reclamation facility completed an $8 million headworks building, paid for in cash, with no bonding required. Upgraded clarifiers, screens, and solar drying beds, and we are now in the design work process for future expansion of this facility. Our streets department has implemented a tree trimming schedule for park strips to keep our roadways safe and attractive. We have completed several major roadway projects. A few of those include 7th Street from 500 to 600 North and extending 7th Street through to 1000 North. Drew Bay Road was widened along the golf course with an added trail that was completely funded by grants. Improvements on 700 South west of Coleman and 200 West between 500 and 600 North is almost completed. We secured $1.8 million in grant funding for Aaron Drive and 2400 North to support the opening of the Deseret Peak High School. We have installed 4 new traffic signals and added all-way stops at 8 intersections. We have also partnered with UDOT to install the temporary signal that is located at 1000 North and 600 West. We have built new sidewalks on Smelter, 7th Street, and Vine Street, all grant funded. We have secured a sidewalk replacement plan and a 50-50 partnership with our residents program to improve walkability across the city. We've also installed GPS tracking units on all city vehicles to reduce fuel costs, increase productivity, improve safety, and cut maintenance costs. We've expanded GIS mapping to better manage the city's infrastructure and future planning. We've invested in critical equipment to serve our residents more efficiently, including a new street sweeper, a camera van, a vac truck, 4 large snowplow trucks. We have added boom trucks, backhoes, lifts, skid steers, mini excavators, and UTVs for year-round parks and sidewalk maintenance. We've expanded our fleet of vehicles to meet growing department needs. Over the past several years, we have made significant investments in our parks, our recreation facilities, and community spaces, ensuring that families, athletes, and residents of all ages have safe and enjoyable places to gather. So hang on, here we go. We completed the total renovation of the Parks and Recreation and Cemetery building and added 2 new community rooms for public use. Our Parks Department earned the Healthy Utah designation and launched the Take Pride Tooele initiative, encouraging residents to clean up properties and help their neighbors. Council members and I rolled up our sleeves alongside volunteers. We painted over graffiti, we pulled weeds, we picked up garbage. We also recognized residents who embraced this vision and worked to make Tooele more beautiful. We celebrated our Tree USA designation by planting over 500 new trees in the city. We have opened new play spaces, including the Gaga Ball pits at England Acres, the Youth Center, and Wigwam Park. At Pratt Aquatic Park, we added a restroom facility, a new fence around the softball fields, and upgraded the irrigation. Red Del Papa, we built a new score booth and concessions building, installed new fencing and irrigation, repaved the parking lot, and we have the lights back on at the field thanks to a generous grant from Chartway Federal Credit Union. At Veterans Park, we are currently constructing a much-needed restroom facility, and we also replaced the inoperable digital sign. At Settlers Park, we replaced the playground, added a new restroom, and improved the parking lot. We completely rebuilt the Wigwam Park after removing the old building, replaced the amphitheater concrete, completed a pavilion and restroom facilities, and resurfaced the entrance road. At Skyline and Rancho Parks, trails and fields were improved and new playgrounds installed. Elton Park has become a recreation hub with new pickleball courts, a playground, disc and foot golf, and a completed walking path. Glen Eagles Park received a new playground, a revitalized lawn watering system, tree replacements, and a new restroom, which will be finished soon. Parker's Park also received a new playground and upgraded ball field lighting. At the Ochre Hills Golf Course, we added a new pavilion and overflow parking, improved signage and landscaping, replaced all wood decking with durable Trex and metal materials, upgraded the restrooms on both the front and the back 9, and provided new tables, chairs, and a sound system for the pavilion. Safety was also improved with new poles and netting to keep golf balls from entering nearby neighborhoods. At the Pratt Aquatic Center, we upgraded locker facilities, replastered the pool, added a new pool toy, improved the deck drains and the restrooms, and gave the entire indoor area a fresh coat of paint. And I am proud to say that promises made are promises kept. England Acres is just a few weeks away from the completion of phases 2 and 3, which include a beautiful new trail system, trail lighting, new bridges, a basketball court, an extreme ninja fitness course with lighting, an east pavilion and restrooms, a super playground, 2 dog parks, additional parking, and more recreational sports areas. At the Tooele Valley Museum, we made the campus more accessible with ADA sidewalks, railings, and a new deck. We have preserved our history by installing new railcar roofs, covering Engine 11, moving the historic railroad ticket office to the park, and scanning and documenting museum archives. With a $100,000 grant from Rio Tinto Kennecott, we are adding museum displays and hands-on educational exhibits. Our community center was transformed from the teen center after supporting the Boys and Girls Club for 20 years. We upgraded the HVAC, installed new sports flooring, ADA ramps, and parking lot improvements, making it a gathering place for residents. At the Dow James Building, we installed new sports flooring for pickleball, basketball, and walking. We upgraded the kitchen and the restrooms, repainted the interior, and enhanced facilities for disc golf. The entire perimeter fence was replaced at the Tooele City Cemetery. Nearly all roads were resurfaced, a new roadway is being added, and the last cemetery house has been removed. Tooele's progress is made possible not just by what is seen, but by the critical work of departments that often operate behind the scenes. Our Community Development Department continues to keep pace with growth in our city. A continual increase in permits for residential and commercial properties have kept our staff busy. Our building inspectors continue to keep up with inspections to ensure that construction meets the very highest standards. Our finance department ensures that we remain fully compliant with state and federal laws. Their diligent work protects Tooele City from fraud and safeguards the responsible use of taxpayer dollars. Our information technology team keeps the city safe from cyber attacks and other threats to our system. They are also the guardians of sensitive information for public safety and for the city attorney's office. The city recorder's office protects and preserves all official records, ensures meetings are noticed, recorded, and documented according to law, acts as the city's purchasing agent, and provides critical administrative support to our fire department. The city attorney's office drafts all resolutions and ordinances, prosecutes city cases, and responds to claims brought against the city. Our Human Resource Department has faced enormous challenges in recent years, especially during COVID and in today's competitive labor market. Their top priority has been balancing fiscal responsibility with the well-being of our employees. In the last 8 years, 48 new positions have been added, including a director for public works, IT, and economic development, as well as additional law enforcement, parks, and public works positions. Annual COLAs, step increases, and on-call pay adjustments have also been sustained. HR set and met the goal of raising our minimum entry-level wage to $10.20 by 2020. During COVID, not one regular status employee lost their job. Staff were reassigned where needed, safety guidelines were implemented, and all requirements of the Family First Coronavirus Response Act were met. In response to high turnover, police wages were increased by 20% to remain competitive. And as the labor market tightened, the council invested $1.2 million to revise the city's salary schedule and address retention challenges. Even when health insurance rates increased by 30% in fiscal year 2024, HR worked tirelessly with providers to ensure that employees had affordable plan options. Our Tooele City Library remains a cornerstone of learning and community connection. After facing challenges a few years ago, new policies were implemented to ensure the safety of both staff and patrons. Today, the library is once again a welcoming, secure place to learn and explore. Recent improvements include new carpet, furniture, and patron computers, an awning and a book drop on the north side for staff safety and convenient access, a new catalog system that improves service while saving $11,000 annually. The transition to a fine-free system, which has encouraged more items to be returned. They received recognition in 2021 with an award for exceptional service during the COVID lockdowns. Significant water conservation efforts, including the removal of turf and addition of decorative rock and stamped concrete, along with the addition of an iconic buffalo statue. They have also had the replacement of a 25-year-old HVAC system with a new energy-efficient model. City Hall itself, completed in the year 2000, has aged well, but required updates to remain efficient, secure, and welcoming. Improvements include replacement of the original boiler and chiller, water-wise landscaping around the building for long-term water savings, flexible seating in the council chambers with wheeled tables and chairs for more versatile use, security doors, glass enclosures, new carpet and paint in all suites, and a remodeled break room. We restored the beauty of City Hall by cleaning the brick and bring back its original look. Finally, security upgrades have been a priority. New cameras have been installed throughout the city, including at our parks, our pool, our golf course, and public buildings, ensuring that our facilities remain safe and well protected. I am proud to report that Tooele City has secured more than $12.2 million in grant funding to strengthen infrastructure and improve quality of life for our residents. These grants have supported a wide range of important projects, including installing of generators for our wells to ensure that reliable water service, even during emergencies. $1 million for a new trail connection between Smelter and England Acres, expanding recreational opportunities and walkability. $1.5 million for improvements to Drewby Road, helping meet transportation and safety needs. $4 million from the EPA to develop new water wells, protecting our long-term water supply. An active transportation study to guide further planning for trails, bike lanes, and pedestrian connections. And CDBG funding for critical sewer line replacements, ensuring our infrastructure keeps pace with growth. We have also received support from the UDOT Safe Sidewalk Program to expand safe pedestrian access throughout our community. Together, these grants represent smart partnerships and responsible planning, leveraging outside resources to deliver lasting benefits for Tooele City. We know that partnerships are vital to becoming a stronger community, and Tooele City has been blessed with many meaningful collaborations. Together with the Sons of Utah Pioneers, we completed the restoration of the historic Carnegie Library. This beautiful building houses their museum, and I would encourage all residents to visit and learn more about the rich history of our city. In partnership with the Life's Worth Living Foundation, we placed a powerful new statue at Veterans Park to honor those who have served and to provide resources for veterans struggling with thoughts of suicide. We also partnered with local artist Marvin Heitzman, whose incredible talent has given us lasting memorials to our veterans. His statue at Veterans Park now honors all who served in Vietnam. And he has plans for another statue recognizing the Korean War veterans, and we hope to see that vision realized. With members of the Dow and James families, and with the support of our fire department and fire association, we created a permanent memorial honoring Danny James and Lauren Dow, who made the ultimate sacrifice in 1975. With the generous contribution of Aaron Peterson, we saved the historic Ritz Theater. His substantial donation of the building to the Tooele City Arts Council ensures that this community treasure will be preserved for generations. We partnered with the Tooele Bit and Spur and negotiated a contract allowing them to revitalize their historic grounds. They have made significant improvements, and their dedication to our community is deeply appreciated. We continue to meet with leaders at the Tooele Army Depot and Dugway Proving Ground to support their vital missions. We partnered with Switchpoint to repurpose the former Harris Elementary into a homeless shelter and transitional housing to help residents in need get back on their feet. And with the Tooele County School District, we have collaborated on several key projects to allow sharing of the district and city properties in exchange for the acquisition of the former district bus garage to expand our public works facilities. These partnerships demonstrate what can be achieved when we work together. By combining resources and commitment, we are creating opportunities, preserving history, honoring service, and building a stronger future for Tooele City. We understand economic development. We know that this is the only way to ease the property tax burden on our residents and provide job opportunities here in our valley. Tooele City has welcomed a remarkable variety of new employers and businesses. On the industrial side, companies like Carvana, Leitner Poma, Central States Manufacturing, Minova, Plastic Ingenuity, and Ashgrove have brought hundreds of new jobs to our community. In retail and services, we've seen exciting growth with national names like Hobby Lobby, TJ Maxx, Sierra, Five Below, and Ulta Beauty, alongside new restaurants such as Chili, Wingstop, and Chipotle. We've also expanded hospitality with Home 2 Suites and Microtel Inn and Suites that will be opening very soon. And the momentum continues. Coming soon, our Smith's Marketplace with a fuel center, plus Beans and Brews, McDonald's, another McDonald's, Jersey Mike's, Einstein Bagels, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Chase Bank, America First Credit Union, Ross, and Bath and Body Works. These efforts are paying off. In less than 5 years, commercial property tax values in Tooele City have doubled. And we did it without offering a single local tax incentive. I want to thank our local business owners, developers, and partners for believing in Tooele City and investing in its future. Your commitment continues to create jobs, grow opportunities, and strengthen our community. A strong city isn't just measured by finances or infrastructure. It's measured by the quality of life we provide for families. Tooele is more than streets and buildings. its people. And it has been a privilege to serve along so many who care deeply about this community. We still have challenges. Growth will continue to test our infrastructure. Housing, water, transportation will remain pressing issues for the next generation of leaders. But we are better prepared than ever before. We have plans and studies in place, strong financial footing, and a community spirit that will carry us forward. We strengthened public safety. We invested in people, parks, and community pride. And most importantly, we proved that honest, transparent government can deliver real results. Tooele City is built on resilience, hard work, and heart. It's a hometown to be proud of. And as I prepare to pass the torch, I do so with gratitude for our council, our staff, our volunteers, and most of all for you, the people of Tooele. The state of our city is strong, and its future is even brighter. May God continue to bless our great nation, our state, and our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Wayne. That was great. We'll move on to our next item, which is a public comment period. We invite the public to address the council. We ask that you state your name into the mic, keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and then sign the paper by Shiloh. The time is now the public's. Yes, probably turn the mic. Or the whole
First
thing.
off, I want to direct this to you guys because this is a team effort. Just like she said, with her speech, she's got so much done for this town that it's unbelievable. And it took, what, an hour and a half for her to tell you all of it. But, and I'll tell you, she's been working on that speech for the last 36 hours, you know. And I'll tell you, she doesn't want to miss anything. And she cares so much about this town. I get my wife back in 100 and something days, you know, and that's going to be pretty nice. We're both going to be retired then, and she can be at ease. And I'll let you know something else. In the past 8 years, we have never done it. Well, one time we went out of telephone range because that's how much she cares what's going on here to make sure that this town is left in good hands. And she knew that she had somebody watching her back when we were out of town. And these the employees that you employ for Tooele City, the teamwork, unbelievable. From Shiloh, and I can't think of everybody's name, and, you know, finance department, and these are all people that she leans on every day, and to have our fire department, and I'm kind of partial to that because I'm a senior of the fire department and had put in 20 years there, and I know what works and I know what doesn't work, and I know that what you have in place right now is working like a dream. You are in such good hands with the people that you employ and the volunteers that are getting up at 2 a.m. to go fight fires. It's unbelievable. You have no idea what the heart of a volunteer does for this town. When you get up and you go get in your personal vehicle, you go on your personal fuel, you go to the fire, you're there for, I mean, a big structure fire, you could be there for 8 hours or more, and you've got work that you're late for, type of thing. And you know, these guys just do a tremendous job. The other day we were coming down, my 3 minutes up yet? The other day I was up on 4th South, and we were coming across Main Street, and this car goes zooming up Main Street, and I says, where in the hell are the cops in this town? And she gave it to me. She let me have it. And so she came home with her guns loaded the next day. She says, I'll have you know that our officers had 68 calls in one shift. 68 calls. I don't know how in the heck you do all those reports and things. Unbelievable. My hat's off to them. And, you know, and it's things like that. The Parks and Recreation Department, you know, is making everybody look good. And I just wanted to say thanks for helping her out, you know, and allowing her. And I encourage the citizens of Tooele to be selective of who you vote for. Research who you're going to vote for. Just don't see a sign in somebody's yard and just assume that's the person that you want to vote for. You need to look at this, and you need to keep this going. You got to have good people taking the reins of this and going with it. So anyway, thank you. I couldn't remember Loretta for nothing. Oh my God.
I know you've heard enough from me, but I'm going to take this opportunity. Chief McCoy, would you please come forward? In June of 2022, Matt McCoy was hired as the first full-time fire chief in the history of the Tooele City Fire Department. Since that time, it has been full speed ahead. Chief McCoy has taken on one major project after another, the most significant being the construction and completion of Fire Station Number 3, which was officially completed in April of this year. Chief McCoy played a pivotal role in this process, meeting regularly with the architect, contractors, subcontractors, and multiple city departments. His hands-on involvement ensured the project remained on track and was completed within budget. Tonight, we are honored to present Chief McCoy with this plaque as a small token of appreciation, something he may proudly display as a reminder of a job exceptionally well done. Now, I will tell you, I signed this. This came from the members of the fire department who love their leader, and we appreciate him so much. Thank you.
Anyone else from the public? Seeing no one else come forward, I will close the public comment period. We'll move on to item 5, which is a public hearing and motion on Resolution 2025-79, a resolution of the Tooele City Council approving budget amendments for fiscal year 2025 through 2026, presented by Shannon Wimmer, the Finance Director.
Good evening, Council. It's an honor to be here tonight to present to you our first budget amendments of the fiscal year 2026. As you heard tonight, all of these things that are getting done, this is the formal way that we need to make some adjustments to keep all of that momentum going forward and completing more projects and more good work within the city. So you have these amendments in your packet, but I would like to go over at least the big ones for the public's information. The first 4 budget amendments, those are just carrying over projects that were budgeted in fiscal year 25, but weren't able to be completed by June 30th of 2026. We're just carrying those funds over to complete those projects, like the Cemetery Road project, the demolition of the cemetery house that the mayor spoke about, to make some final payments on the Headworks building, and some projects out at PID. We also have, we got additional grant funds this year for the Drug Task Force, and we are asking for funds, $16,500 for a part-time employee in the HR office. And as the mayor mentioned, Rio Tinto has donated $74,000 so far for the museum project. And we need $1,000 to have one of the buffaloes painted. That's just moving the funds. That revenue comes in from the sponsorships. This is just a formal moving to allow us to expend those funds. We also received $1,500 from the state of Utah for their contribution to the America 250 Utah program that we'll be running for the 4th of July of 2026. And then we had a small $7,500 transfer. That's just for us to complete. We put new netting, I'm sure you know, up at the golf course. So that's just to complete those funds. We transferred those from the golf into the capital projects to complete that project. You have your Miss Tooele City scholarships. This just allows us to pay those out. And then we are completing the restrooms at Veterans Park and Glen Eagles. So those will be coming out of the park impact fees. And we do need to upgrade our time clock system. And this is so that we can accommodate some of the requirements of the Big Beautiful Bill. That's $4,000. And then we are happy to start the new well on Rogers Road. And so we'll be budgeting $1.7 million towards that new well now that the test well is complete. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions or comments?
Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon. This item has a public hearing, so we will open the time up to the public. We ask that you state your name into the mic, keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and then sign the paper by Shiloh. The time is now the public's. Seeing no one come forward, I will close the public hearing and I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve Resolution 2025-79 approving budget amendments for fiscal year 25-26.
We have a motion from Councilwoman Manzione and a second from Councilman McCall.
You forgot to turn it on.
That's okay. I heard you. We'll take it to a vote. Councilman McCall?
Aye.
Councilman Hanson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Goches?
Aye.
Councilwoman Manzione?
Aye.
I'm Councilman Brady, and I vote aye. That passes 5-0. Item 6 is Resolution 2025-78, a resolution of the Tooele City Council approving a lease purchase agreement with Cidians Martin Emergency Group LLC for the lease and purchase of a Pierce Velocity aerial platform fire truck presented by Matt McCoy, the fire chief.
Well, I thought my parents and family was here to support the mayor, which I know they do, but and I also thought I'd be able to finally get through a speech without getting emotional, so. Good evening, Mayor and Wynn and Council. Thank you for this opportunity. In 2022, the City commissioned a fire study that clearly identified the urgent need to modernize our fire apparatus fleet. As our community continues to grow at a rapid pace, particularly through high-density residential developments and multi-story housing, the demands on our fire department are increasing in both complexity and scope. To meet this challenge, it is essential that our fleet be updated to ensure that we continue providing the highest level of protection and emergency response. While the department currently operates 2 aerial trucks, only one of these meets the current standard to qualify as an aerial for our ISO rating. This limitation impacts our ability to provide the coverage and capability our growing city requires. Resolution 2025-78, which is before you tonight, represents the option we believe is most attainable. It proposes a 7-year lease to own agreement with a down payment of $500,000 that's already been budgeted for, followed by annual payments of over $300,000 a year for a total cost of $2,272,293.54. By pursuing this option, we will also receive the full prepayment discounts that they offered, resulting in a savings of $356,925.46. The proposed lease-to-own program provides a fiscally responsible and sustainable pathway to systematically replace and upgrade our apparatus over time. With industry lead times for apparatus delivery extending up to 4 years, we recognize this will be a long-term goal. By planning now, we can gradually build this program into our budget in a way that balances the critical needs of public safety with the stewardship of taxpayer dollars, while giving our firefighters the tools necessary to respond effectively as our city grows, both outward and upward. We also recognize and express our gratitude to the council and Mayor Wade. Jeez. Together, we've made tremendous progress in recent years. We're truly grateful for that, for strengthening public safety in our community. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have one, Matt. Could you just tell us about the truck and what it's like? And I know I kind of know what it is.
Yeah, so
talking to you from before.
It's an aerial truck, and what's significant about this truck is it's a mid-mount platform, which means the turret for the ladder is right behind the cab, which allows it to be a much shorter truck. This is an aerial truck that will actually fit inside of Station 1 without any modification to the building, which is critical in our ISO rating for response area. We're supposed to have an aerial apparatus in each response area that we have, and we currently, with 3 stations, we have 3 response areas. So that's a big benefit of this truck. It's a 100-foot aerial with a platform, so it has a bucket on the end. It will still carry water, so it qualifies as what we call a quint, so it can pump water and still do aerial work. So
Perfect. Sounds like a great truck. How long till it's going to be ready?
4 years
4
is the lead
years.
time on them right now. So
Yeah, nice. Okay.
A question. So you said that we have 2 right now, and one of them doesn't meet the ISO ratings.
yeah, so to qualify as an aerial apparatus for ISO, they need to have the capability of an 85-foot aerial device. So ladder 22 currently has a 65-foot aerial device on it. Ladder 24, which is our prior to 26, is our most recent truck, our 2016 ladder. It has a 105-foot ladder, but it doesn't have the bucket on the end. It's just a ladder.
So will we keep the old truck still?
We will, yes. We'll need to keep it, and we house that in Station 2.
Perfect.
And the hope would be someday that we stay on a payment plan, correct? That
Yes.
we're kind of replacing these vehicles every 7 years, and something we've
Yes.
never done before or been able to do. And
Yes, and if, just for instance, engine 26, which we just received and we're very grateful for, if we were to do a 5-year rotation cycle, that truck wouldn't be replaced for 30 years currently. The NFPA guideline is 15 years as a frontline apparatus and 10 years as a reserve apparatus, and needs to be retired at 25 years. And, engine 26 is technically replacing a 1972 engine that we're keeping in service as a reserve truck. So prior to 26, our most recent truck is a 2016 ladder 24, and prior to that, we have 2 2002s, and then so on and so forth.
So the goal will be to move this up from what we're doing right now, to move it to a quicker turnaround.
Yes,
Eventually, we just got
Eventually.
to figure out the money.
Yep, that's
All right.
that's the hard part, but we're trying to just set the stage for the next step. So.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hey, before we go on, I just want to say thanks to the fire department. My son's garage was fully engulfed in flames last week, and there were like 50 of them there, like instantly, and anyway, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief McCoy. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-78, a resolution of the Tooele City Council approving a lease purchase agreement with Sidens Martin Emergency Group LLC for the lease and purchase of a Pierce Velocity aerial platform fire truck.
I'll second it.
We have a motion from Councilwoman Goches and a second from Councilman Hanson. We'll take it to a vote. Councilwoman Manzione?
Aye.
Councilwoman Goches?
Aye.
Councilman Hanson?
Aye.
Councilman McCall?
Aye.
I'm Councilman Brady, and I vote aye. That passes 5-0. Item 7, invoices and purchase order.
No.
Oh,
No?
thought I said something wrong.
No, he said no. I guess I'm not
Invoices and
coming up.
purchase orders presented by Shiloh Baker, the city
I was telling
recorder.
her to go back. We don't want to spend any money.
I only have 4 invoices for you tonight. The first is with the Utah Department of Transportation. This is for signal parts for the 2400 North traffic signal, 2400 North and SR 36. This is just a pass-through. We purchase the parts through UDOT, and then Smiths will repay us back for that traffic signal. That amount, sorry, let me tell you the amount, is $304,296.34. The second invoice I have is Russell Welding Corp. This is for a solar house rail extension at the wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $34,884.55. Then to Axon Enterprises in the amount of $124,954.43. This is new tasers and equipment for the police department. And then finally, with turf equipment and irrigation, a new Ventrac tractor. This is a mini tractor or Kubota that also is an aerator, a seeder, a trencher, and a stump grinder for the golf course. That is in the amount of $60,305.
Are there any questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion we pay the invoices.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Councilman McCall and a second from Councilman Hanson. We'll take it to a vote. Councilman McCall?
Aye.
Councilman Hanson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Goches?
Aye.
Councilwoman Manzione?
Aye.
I'm Councilman Brady, and I vote aye. That passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shiloh. Item 8 are the minutes from September 3rd, 2025 business meeting. Any corrections? Okay, they look great.
Yeah, they look great. I move that we approve the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilwoman Manzione and a second from Councilman McCall. We'll take it to a vote. Councilwoman Manzione?
Aye.
Councilwoman Goches?
Aye.
Councilman Hanson?
Aye.
Councilman McCall?
Aye.
I'm Councilman Brady, and I vote aye. That passes 5-0, and we're adjourned